You may have seen people chat with Gemini, but now it can actually control your browser. It can click links, go on websites, and actually fill out forms on your behalf, all by itself. We'll start with Gemini's 2.5 new computer use feature, and we'll give it some tasks like price comparison, research, and even form submissions to see how it can really handle them. The really surprising part about it, that unlike ChatGPT's agent mode, is that it's actually developer friendly, where you can actually take it and build it into your own applications. So this was only released 10 days ago, and it's a computer use model, and it pretty much works, as you can see from this diagram, that it takes a screenshot of the context of what's on the screen and then passes it through the LLM, the multimodal model, where it can actually interpret what it's seeing, and then it makes a decision on what to do. Do I click a button here? Do I need to type something into a form? All of that kind of decision making, and then it acts that out within that computer or browser. So in terms of benchmarks, it's actually outperforming the other models in the space, whereas Claude's Sonnet 4.5 and 4, and also OpenAI's computer use agent model that you can play around with. And you can see for all the benchmarks, it's shooting quite well above the other models, except for on OS World, where it's not currently supported. In terms of latency and quality, which are also very key metrics, we can see that it's performing much more accurately than the other models, but it's also significantly faster, which is pretty useful. Some of these other models take a huge amount of time to actually interpret the image, take an action, and go forward that entire cycle, so it's actually really slow, whereas Gemini's computer use is actually fast in comparison. The cool thing about it is that anyone can go and actually use this right now. So if you go over to browser base, you search Gemini browser base, or it'll be the link in the description below, you can come to this browser window. Same as like a chat interface, we've got our little prompt here, we can run it, and then we can actually go in and see live what it's seen, what it's doing, and its thoughts. First test that I want to run through it is, hey, I want to buy either a DJI Action 5 or a GoPro Hero 13. Find me which is the cheapest on PB Tech. So, and then we're going to go hit run. It's just comparing kind of sports cameras for me. And what it will do is start up the browser on this right hand window here. It is only limited to the browser at the moment. The full model can do complete computer use, so that can browse your files, go into different documents, etc. for you. But this one is just limited to running through a browser. And so we can see on the left hand side here, we have the kind of the tool calls, what it's doing and thinking. And so we see it's opened a browser and it's broken it down into steps. They then need to search the cheapest DJI Action 5 or GoPro Hero 13 on PB Tech, and it needs to navigate into the URL. Doesn't know the exact URL, so it's just going to search for PB Tech to get onto the site first. And so it's managed to get onto the site. It just came up with all the sites, clicked on the link, and now we're going into PB Tech. It then knows it needs to go into the search bar. It's clicked into the search bar and started typing in DJI Action 5. And then it's either going to press enter or navigate over to the search icon, and it does, and it comes back here and loads that window up for us. And so we'll see, it might have to scroll down a bit and look at the different combos and record pretty much what the price is there, or it might just take that top one. Let's see. Looks of it, it's just going to take the top one for the DJI Action 5, and so maybe now we're going to see probably the GoPro one being searched up. So it does the same thing, it searches for the GoPro Hero 13, it sees the top one is that full listing there, and it will grab that price. And probably now it doesn't need to do anything else, it might just shut itself off, or it's gone back to compare the price. Let's see what it's thinking. Successfully evaluated step 10, GoPro Hero 13 is 569, and the DJI Action 5 is 759. And so here we go, it is complete, the task is complete, and now I get the prompt back out, it's text. And so saying, yep, the Osmo Action 5 Pro standard combo, 579, GoPro is slightly cheaper there, and it shows that all for you. So that took roughly 3 minutes. It went through and got the answer. The kind of benefit of this, rather than just going on ChatGPT itself and asking for that, is it can often be viewing like a cached version of the websites, whereas this is actually searching the live current website. So you can often get outdated pricing information, but then you also have the issue of potentially in its training data, it may have pricing information that it may use and give you confidently. And so having it actually go browse and go onto the website kind of gives you more confidence in the price and answer it gives you. And 3 minutes for getting an answer like that is, I mean, not too bad at this stage. Obviously it's going to get faster and more reliable as things go on. So that one works pretty well. The next one we want to try is actually going through and filling out some bit of information on a website and actually using it properly. So if I say go onto the Harkness AI website and put through the contact form for help with my plumbing business, my email is blake@plumber.nz. And so hopefully this will go out, find my website, find the contact form, fill it out appropriately, send submit, and I'll actually get an email with that response coming through. And so this could be useful for booking reservations, just doing these kind of contact forms on different websites. Hey, go out, I need to find someone to help me out with AI skills. Go put inquiries in 5 different top websites in Christchurch kind of thing. And so we'll see how that goes here. And so like before, when it was going on PB Tech, it went and searched Harkness AI. First one that came up was my website, harknessai.nz. It's clicked onto it. It now thinks we need to go over to the contact section to find the form. As we can see, and it goes through, clicks it, and now it sees the form here to send me a message. It should hopefully scroll down to complete the rest of the form. And what it will do is just go and fill out with the information that I gave it, this form. It knows my name is Blake, probably because my email was Blake at the plumber one. Yep, I'll use Blake as the name given based off the email. It then scrolls down, says it needs to input the email address, the subject, and the message. And so it's filled out the rest of the information, and now it's typing up an actual message to send through. Hi, I run a plumbing business, and it's going to go through and kind of make up what it needs to do, and probably just saying, hey, I'm looking for some AI support, and then it will go through and send that message through to me. So that finished off with just over 5 minutes, and it went through and submitted the form. And so now in my email, I've got a, hey, this is the name, this is the email, this is the subject, here's the message. Hi, I'm running the plumbing business and looking for AI help or solutions. So it can go through and do that for you just automatically based on your prompt, which is, again, really, really awesome. This sort of technology has been around for a little while now. Manus and GenSpark were the first kind of ones that did that, the kind of Chinese companies. Then we had OpenAI, ChatGPT come up with their agent mode. But this Gemini one is the first one that I know of that's kind of available through an API, and you can do it through your own kind of development environment. And so they've got a full page on that. If you're more of a developer, you can go through, and they've got all of the example Python code in here where you can run these responses, go through the entire thing in your own custom application and kind of custom computer that it can run through as well, which is, again, pretty cool. We're becoming so much more reliant on this AI technology, which you can see in the Google search kind of results that they're dipping hugely, mainly because people are going to sites like ChatGPT or Gemini to do that research and understanding for them. As these kind of agentic tools that can actually go and use a browser and interact with things are becoming more popular, again, that's another level of autonomy that we're handing over to these AI models, which is going to be quite an interesting one. We're not too far away from going, hey, here's my credit card, go order me Uber Eats. That's something that you can already do in ChatGPT. But how long will it take to that be a bit more of a societal norm? And then there's a lot more risks there, right? If it's acting on your behalf with your credentials, your information, there are a lot of people that are going to be out there with malicious intent, creating fake websites that would convince the AI model to pass over your credentials, which is like kind of that prompt injection space. So it's going to be an interesting cat and mouse game as we're kind of getting a lot more ability to do things with these AI models. But as that ability rises, so does the security risks and potential concerns. Anyway, my name's Blake. I'm an AI engineer down in New Zealand. I post a heap of AI educational content and tutorials on this channel, so leave a like and subscribe if you found it helpful. See you around.